Hi Gemini, welcome to your mid-August reading and welcome back to my channel. So this mid-monthly reading is leading us up to the beautiful full moon in Pisces, which is a welcome relief after the solar eclipse in Leo, the lunar eclipse in Aquarius, Mercury retrograding in Leo, Uranus retrograding in Taurus, Mars retrograding in Aquarius, all this fixed sign energy where we've been reluctant to let go of things. And now here we are, we're able to have a nice moment of release with this Pisces full moon. So let's see what we've got going on for you. It's hitting you hard in terms of your career. And with Mercury retrograding in your communication sector, Gemini, I think you guys have been having a pretty rough ride in terms of being understood. I know that a lot of political figures have been in the news, a lot of Geminis. Obviously, Donald Trump in the States has been in the news quite a lot, but then when is he not? And in the United Kingdom, Jeremy Corbyn, Boris Johnson, Geminis there have been getting in a lot of trouble, so it's kind of strange to watch it play out. But then you guys are probably thinking, oh, we're always in trouble, nobody understands, and as a Scorpio, I kind of get you. So let's see what we've got going on for you. So we have the Three of Swords here. Yep, misunderstandings. Nine of Cups. And the Eight of Cups is coming up here, Gemini. So what's underneath? Ooh, a Queen. Queen of Cups. Okay, so initially I'm going to say some of you are dealing with a water sign. Now, Gemini, I think you came up in a couple of people's readings, and I can't remember the exacts of it, but I think Scorpio had you in their reading. Because the Magician was there. He also came up in... Was it Libra? Libra. So... Oh no, it was Aquarius. Yes, it was Aquarius. Okay, so listen. Three of Swords can indicate, of course, the usual third party rigmarole where someone was unfaithful. For a lot of the times, I think it can be relationships that are separated from distance, relationships that don't quite off the ground, some kind of disappointment in terms of a love interest or a pain in the past that you've not yet acknowledged. With the Nine of Cups in the middle, I feel like you feel very close to getting what you want. But with the Eight of Cups as well, I think you're maybe reluctant to get too attached in case it goes wrong. So some of you are afraid of getting hurt and having to pack up and leave. Some of you are in a transitional phase and you feel like you're building relationships on shaky ground because you seem to be very fixated on, I'm guessing this Queen of Cups or this Queen of Cups is very fixated on you because the Nine of Cups is here, which means someone's really ticking the boxes. But typically with the Nine of Cups, there's one cup missing, so I feel like maybe there's some kind of circumstance surrounding this where you're not quite getting it. I think some of you are also traveling, but for the most part, I think with this full moon, because you can see the full moon in this card, he's looking at the moon and realizing what it is that he needs to release. So Gemini, I'm going to go out on a whim here and say that you've maybe been in situations before where you were non-committal. Or you've been going for non-committal partners. And I think you're having a real change of heart. I think you guys are really making a lot of decisions and releasing a lot of old attitudes. Now, this could be career as well. So, depending what it is that you think is restricting you the most in your life or what you feel the most guilty for, it can generally indicate that you're leaving that behind in search of pastures new. It doesn't necessarily mean you're leaving a person behind, but some of you might be choosing to release somebody from the past as well with the Three of Swords here. Because maybe there's somebody else has appeared that fits the bill that little bit better. Although I feel like for some of you, you're worried that the timing might be off. Some of you might be deciding to travel and then you meet somebody and you want to strike up a relationship, but you're going away, or maybe they're going away. There seems to be something a little bit funny about this. So I'm going to leave the Queen here. I'm going to draw a clarifier for this Eight of Cups and see what we've got. Ooh. Okay. So Gemini, this is kind of interesting because there's a similar theme to Aquarius. I'm thinking this full moon is all about releasing it sounds kind of dark, but your shadow aspects of yourself. Like you're really getting to terms with, I know the Gemini cliche of the evil twin. It's like you're really confronting yourself straight on and taking very firm responsibilities for the mistakes that you've made. Taking responsibility for the qualities that you have that maybe you're not so fond of and you want to make a change of. This is really impressive, I have to say. Because I see there's like a letting go of the need to be right in a situation, or maybe this is somebody who's doing this to you, but I'm feeling like you're taking back control over your actions, Gemini. So I don't know what went wrong here with the Three of Swords, but you seem to be making things right with something or someone, and I think that someone is yourself. So with the Three of Pentacles, I feel like there's growth and deciding to go in a different direction, and Strength is taking control. Maybe you can't see Strength, actually. I'll move her along. Strength is about taking control of our wilder side. Maybe some of you guys are thinking of settling down and you don't want to play the field anymore. Maybe some of you are deciding that you want to make amends with somebody from before where there was hurt caused. Some of you guys are maybe feeling a bit of remorse, and there was a battle where neither of you came out as victors and you're over it. Like you just want to leave that behind and you don't want to be holding on to the past anymore, and instead you want to make a change in a positive direction. And that's what I see with the Eight of Cups, especially with Strength coming up. There is a similarity here with Aquarius, so maybe you guys have had a relationship with Aquarius that went bitter. With the Magician underneath, I feel like you're getting back control in that sense because the Magician is you. So you could be dealing with a water sign as well, as I say with the Queen of Cups here. It could be a Pisces, Scorpio, or a Cancer person. I see them sort of linked to this Nine of Cups, so maybe you've met someone really nice and you're deciding that you don't want it to repeat itself, or maybe you have an ex in the past who was a water sign where things went sour and you're trying to make amends. But for a lot of you, this looks a lot like inner growth that is long overdue. I can't help but feel like for the full moon in Pisces in terms of career, maybe some of you guys have found your dream job and it involves leaving behind where you are and making a move forward. Because the Nine of Cups is a very wish fulfillment based card, and the Eight of Cups is about moving on. So maybe you guys are moving on to pastures new. That's what I'm seeing here, is pastures new. I also think with the Five of Swords, I don't know if you can see this, but he's standing on green grass amidst a lot of destruction. I just think that represents the grass isn't always greener. So I think some of you guys might have been in situations where you did think the grass was greener and you learned the hard way. And then maybe that's why you're trying to make amends. But I think some of you are trying very hard not to repeat past mistakes in relationships. Or maybe this retrograde period of Mercury in your third house of communications has made you really reassess the way you talk to people or the way you feel about people. Maybe your past mistakes have come back to haunt you and you're actually challenging them first. You're not backing down. You're facing your fears, you're facing your challenges, and you're overcoming them dramatically, and you're going to gain back control. You're feeling remorse for something, but you're finally addressing the issue. So I don't know. I don't know if any of these, big famous political Geminis are going to be making a statement in the next 2 weeks. But they seem to be, it seems for you guys, Gemini, that you're making yourself proud, and that's the best way you can start with fixing something if you do need something to fix. For those of you that are completely innocent and haven't done anything, this to me looks like just having addressed the past and seeing where you want to grow as a person and actually making it happen. You know, it seems to me that you're facing your shortcomings head on and seeing real results here. I mean, you can't not see results with strength. It means you're acting with integrity and getting yourself back on track with your shortcomings that you wanna make. Ooh, come back. See this one. Oh my goodness. Transformation. That's so funny. Butterfly maiden. Isn't that pretty? You're experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. So you are transforming for the better, Gemini. That's so appropriate for what we were just talking about. Isn't that weird? Okay, butterfly maiden. Let's see. The springtime goddess who helps us escape from any cocoon situation that's trapping us or impeding our growth or joy. So you're being a butterfly this month, Gemini. Guiding you through your life's transitions and helping you spread your wings. That's perfect. That is such growth. Maybe the cocoon period is what the Three of Swords was, and that's where you were uncomfortable, and now you're coming out of your cocoon. You're coming out of your cage and you've been doing just fine. Gotta be down. Yeah. I think the lead singer of The Killers is actually a Gemini. I was just quoting his song there. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember his name. Mr. Brightside. Yeah, he's a Gemini. I think he's a Gemini. He's Day of the Cusp anyway. But this is impressive. It's all about a new beginning. Don't be concerned about what's ended. It's all about what's beginning again. Your prayers are being answered with this change, letting go of the old and not worrying about the changes because they're truly for the best. I feel like you guys are having a real moment of growth, and it's really beautiful because the butterfly maiden will always mean that it's a beautiful thing. It's not a negative thing. You're coming out of your cocoon and you're transforming for the better, Gemini. So well done you. I think you're really going to enjoy the energy that you've got going into September. This full moon is going to be all about release, and you're going to be releasing things. And I think beginning again, particularly if you're beginning with a water sign, that looks really beautiful. Also with Leo. For those of you looking for love, I think the water signs Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, and Leo seem to be pretty well aspected within this. Similarly, although it can just represent you, other Geminis are well aspected too. So I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you want a private reading with me, the email is always listed below. And if not, I will see you in September. Bye guys.